What's going on, everybody? It's Josh, aka the Most of Muscle, here with my boy. Talk to him.
Cousin Creamy, Colin Marco, IFBB Pro.
And new to the podcast, first guest appearance on our podcast, Trevor Martin. Talk to him, introduce yourself, say whatever you would like to.
Trevor Martin, IFBB, ISN Classic Pro. Um, yeah, no, that's it.
So we also have Carlos joining. Carlos just had to grab some stuff first. Shout out to Dragon Ball Z Cup. So this show is going to turn into three pros and one average Josh, as opposed to Next Up podcast today. So always fun. One of us on this podcast is a true bodybuilder because he's eating on the podcast as he should be. And then the other two, I don't know about you, Colin, but I'm still fasted. So typical Josh moment. Uh,
Rice.
yeah, typical Josh moment on the fasted, not hungry whatsoever. So things happen. No Tide, and still just don't have hunger. But whatever. Now, we're gonna just shoot the shit a little bit, talk about like junior nats, talk about how because that's where Trevor also went pro. So Colin and Trevor have, as you'll see in the thumbnail, they had a little pose down. Your boy was in the crowd watching, having fun. May or may not have been exuberantly high at the time. But just talk a little bit about like the day of you guys meeting backstage. Colin, I'm gonna kick it to you while he finishes up. So like how you guys turned around, started talking, like where your friendship has kind of come from there, and like just a little stuff like that.
Yeah, it's we were just talking about this before we started recording, but we didn't really talk that much. I mean, I saw Trevor and I did low key shit myself coming to check-ins because his nameplate was behind mine, and I go, there ain't no fucking way that this guy's in Class A. He is not making that weight cap. Then I was like, all right, cool, he's Class B. But no, I mean, I saw him, but again, it's like you go into the show and everyone's kind of dead, but kind of went through prejudging, did our thing, and then once we got to finals and we got announced as pros, that's when I came off stage. I had my estrogen bomb, bawling my fucking eyes out, and then heard him get called from backstage, as many fucking knew that was coming, and then he came off stage, and then we just started kind of like shooting the shit. Jay was there. Jay recognized me from Universe last year, and then he was talking to me for a bit. Then I was talking to Trevor, and we just kind of going back and forth. And it was just honestly like there was no true topics. It was just fucking two bodybuilders just enjoying the fucking moment and just trying to soak it all in. I really that's where like it all kind of stemmed from. But again, it like I say this a lot, especially when we get people on the podcast. But it's you see these people all over social media, and then it's like they're just human beings. They're just like anybody else. There's no like, oh, that's fucking Trevor Martin. Like, yeah, it's cool, but like at the same time, you can just talk to him like he's a normal dude because guess what? He's just a normal fucking dude. So it was cool. It was again, it really just stemmed from the pro card wins, and then right there we were just kind of enjoying the moment together. And then he went and absolutely slapped the shit out of me on stage on the overall.
Trev, I gotta say, when you opened up into your front relaxed, it was game over from like I remember because I was, pumping up backstage. Colin's helping me take pictures and stuff. And like we could see the little TV off to the side, like where you line up. And I'm like looking over it and I just saw you open up into your front relax on like the first comparison. I was like, okay, all right, well, everyone else is second from here. So what's gonna happen? Yo. So Carlos has just joined us. We started off with talking about like junior nats because three of us were at junior nats. Carlos did universe with me, so they didn't get to turn around and compete against Carlos. I also didn't get to compete against Carlos because again, three pros and one average Josh. But welcome to the podcast, Carlos. But yeah, when you opened up in your front relax, it was just like, all right, cool. Who's unless he has nothing behind him, um, yeah, who's coming in second? So
Uh, no, my bad. Go ahead. Are you done?
No, it was
It's
just
about
like it
that.
was an absolutely incredible physique. And then, 2 weeks later we had the same thing with Carlos. Like I still don't I found out a week later that Carlos didn't win the overall. I
At
thought I didn't even
Universe.
watch I didn't even watch the universe overall because I was like, all right, Carlos won the overall there. Like
I
I'm going
screen
home, I'm going
recorded
to
it.
eat.
I have it on my phone.
Yeah, I was like, when I found out the Class A guy won, I was like,
Yeah, I was I'm not
okay,
like no bullshit. I not to like take anything away from him because I'm not, but it's like the fact that a Class A guy won, fucking Short Kings fucking rise up, boys. I was like, holy fuck.
bro, you're literally Class B.
Suck my dick. I don't want to hear that.
You're Class B, like I would have been Class C at Junior Nats if I stood up straight up Class D. I literally looked at you, slouched down, and got 5'11" and 7/8. A week later, I was 6'1" and a quarter. So,
Yeah.
but all in
Bro,
all, everyone's on here now. We did get some questions. Carlos, if you want to talk about universe, I have a personal question because I am just curious. I already know some of the answers. How much weight has everyone gained since show?
Yeah,
I know. I'm
Trevor,
like
you're
Carlos
looking
Evan.
fucking.
No, don't talk to me. I'll go
Colin,
first. I was,
Trevor, go first.
what was it? I'm like, I've been like, I was consistently waking up at like 221, 222. I was like 218 yesterday, and today, I don't know. I kind of fucked around yesterday. My girlfriend and I went out and obviously had a day, but I was like 223 this morning. So it was nothing crazy. Like I was one, was it? I checked in for junior nats at 193, so a pound below stage weight or my cutoff. But
All right, so just under
so
30 pounds
yeah,
ish. Carlos,
well, half an hour ago, I was like 230.8.
he still looks so fucking good though.
Oh,
yeah,
That's
he's still
awesome.
peeled.
I
He's
know it's
still
awesome.
peeled. And what was your weight cap?
Bro, I was like freaking out because, like, so in December, my first show had me at like 5'8" and three, and 5'8" and like a quarter and a half, somewhere around there. Someone was like, okay, my weight cap is 194. And then I remember the morning we left to Jersey, I was like 194.6. And I was like, I was at 3 in the morning, so I didn't get like a full night's rest or anything. So I was like nervous as fuck. So the whole way to Jersey, I was like, I'm not eating shit. My coach was like, have a meal. I was like, no. It's like I'm paranoid. And I was like way leaner than I was last time because like my heels were hurting like a bitch. So I get to like check-ins like 2 hours early because I want to be like the first one to check in so I can start eating. Bro, they hided me in. He told me 5'7.5". I like looked at him, I was like, no fucking way. And I was like, hype me in one more time. I was like, let me stand up straighter. Fuck it. He said 5'7.5". And luckily, like I didn't drink that whole trip and I was pissing the whole way. Dude, I literally made weight like right on point. I was like, I stepped on the scale, I was like 187, 187.2, which was like my new cap. And he's like, okay, you're good. I was like,
Wow.
I don't know how I made
187.
So what are
Oh,
we, 44 pounds? 44 pounds up? Solid.
well, that's when people are like, oh bro, I've only gained like 2 pounds since show or like whatever, 3 pounds. I'm like, bro, I gained almost 20 pounds before finals.
well, I was gonna say like you were probably so sucked down that like
Oh, I was so sucked down. It was insane. Like my peak week protocol was stupid of filming back out. Like the
Well,
first
we're
night,
absolutely going to get into
make weight,
that.
huh?
We absolutely have to get into that. Who had the
So
craziest
like
carb up?
Wednesday, I had like some rice cakes, a shake, and then an hour later, I had 350 grams of rice with some egg whites, and then I had that like three more times. And then he's like, "Dude, fuck! Like you're really, really flat. Like, because my weight wasn't changing either, and actually like dropped a little bit." He's like, "Go get a burger and fries," which we haven't done at all the whole peak or like the whole prep. Like we never even like practiced around with like dirty protocols like that. It was just like clean refeeds. So I was like nervous as fuck. I was like, "No." He's like, "Yes, go do it." I was like, "Fuck me, bro." So I went and did it. My physique started coming to life, and then I had another 2 meals of like 400 grams of rice. And that was like Wednesday night. And dude, I went to bed with my heart rate at like 130 because I was so full. and I felt like I was gonna die. The next day was the same thing, but this time it was like almost 400 grams of rice with each meal. And then for meal five, he was like, "Go get two burgers and two fries." I was like, "Brother."
The disappointment when you say, okay, to a burger and fries is crazy. You're like, all right.
No, because
Fuck, all
I was
right.
freaking instant. I like told my girlfriend at first, I was like, "Bro, we haven't done this at all. I'm like scared I'm gonna like spill or like something's gonna go terribly wrong,
I totally
or like I
understand
already
that.
have a sense. I'm like, my stomach is so sensitive. What if this fucks me?" And she's like, "He's your coach. Just trust him." I was like, "You know what? Fuck it." At this point, I already didn't have any confidence going into the show anyway. So I was just like, "Fuck it." So
Imagine.
that another two meals, and then the next day, at the beginning, I woke up and like at first I woke up, I went to go take a piss. I look at my face was like inflamed. I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm fucked." I'm like, "We fucked up." So then I send him pictures, and he's like, I like sent him this long paragraph. So I was like at 4 in the morning. I was like freaking out. And he's like, "Take your ass back to bed." And he's like, "Send me check-ins like in 2 hours." Went back to bed. My face was still inflamed. But I sent him that picture, and that's like that side chest I posted that looked like retarded. He's like, "Okay, your physique's coming to life." So I was like, "All right, whatever." And then basically it was the same thing, just rice, and then freaking like 2 to 4 cookies every meal with a muffin. And that's basically what I did all the way till like finals. But yeah, the
I gotta
burgers, dude, it
ask,
was so much.
were you doing Humalog during this time or no? Were you just that sensitive?
Oh, dude, the only thing I was taking was for insulin sensitivity was fucking the revived glucose tabs.
Jesus Christ. Good on you.
No,
Good on you,
someone
sir.
asked the other day, someone asked me like, "Hey, like I saw you always talk about insulin sensitivity, and like by that I mean like don't get fat and like don't eat like an asshole." But he's like, "Do you use like insulin?" I was like, "Fuck no." I was like, if I use insulin, I'd probably be like 260 right now.
Yeah. Like, first and foremost, Humalog's not going to affect that insulin sensitivity. If anything, it's going to make it worse. In the moment, it'll make it better, but like long term, it's going to make it worse if you got to continue to load on there. But Colin, how much have you gained post show? Because I think I have the W here.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm not that far up. I'm like, what the fuck was I? I was like 197 today. So what is that? 15 pounds from weigh-ins, but like 10 from stage, 12 from stage.
Colin had to stay lean for a photo shoot.
I was gonna say I know his ass is been lean. He still looks so
Yeah,
good too.
yeah, he could still.
It's
He
his
looks like he could
jawline
compete
too.
this week.
No, literally, his face is still just like I don't know. It looks like Batman, like Superman.
Dude, it's fun. It's just like, I mean, because like I didn't really have to suck down that hard. Because like for Carlos, I mean, obviously you're gonna fucking gain a shitload of weight off the back end of that. But like I weighed in like 0.2 pounds under my cap. But like, dude, guys, I was fucking eating like 350 grams of carbs going into junior nats for like that was my baseline diet. So
Must be
it's
What was
like
your
nice.
what was your cardio at? It wasn't
I,
high either, was it?
I did zero cardio for the last
Yeah,
7 weeks of prep.
that's fucking insane. Insane. Blows my mind.
Yeah, it was I like on the in the grand scheme of things, the easiest prep I'll probably ever have in my entire fucking life.
I'm over
That's
here like, bro. I would get in front of the stairmaster and I would have to do my fasted session. I'm about to cry just looking at this fucking thing. I'm talking in the morning. I'm like, I'm stressing the fuck out. I'm like, God. I'm like, how
It's
bad do I really
fucking
want this shit?
demons.
No, it was awful.
Well, how did you like? How hard did you have to suck down? Did you have to suck down to get into your weight cup?
So that was the thing. So originally, I was supposed to, my qualifying show, regional show, was supposed to be the Phil Heath Classic,
Yeah.
which was pretty sure the week before Junior Nats.
That
I
was the
ended
same
up,
show Dimitri did, right?
yeah, I was supposed to do that with Mitri. We ended up, my trainer, his name's Corey Linder. He does my training program and my girls and whatnot. And there's a whole bunch of like other athletes too. But he was like, how about you do the same show as Kinsey, do the Ronnie Coleman Classic, which is 5 weeks before Junior Nats. And he's like, you just do light heavyweight and then qualify and you can just do classic at junior nats. You just cross over. And I was like, okay, yeah, bet. The cap for light heavyweight was 198, and then my cap for classic was 194. Um, Jay was like, I think we can still make the cap for classic. I was like, all right, fuck it, we ball. He's like, all right, let's start pushing. And so it's just like, what was it for? Like literally, probably like 3 weeks. It was like 3.5 weeks. Cardio was at like, I mean, it was pretty aggressive. It was like 3 by 90 and then 4 by 60.
Oof.
Yeah, I would just those
Mm.
3 by 90s. Obviously, I'd split them up and do a fasted 45 and then a fasted 45 and then 45 post workout. But yeah, no, that shit. I think the hour cardio was worse than having to do 45 in
Yeah.
the morning and 45 in in the evening. That shit was just awful. But obviously, we made weight for the Ronnie. We ended up doing classic and light heavyweight. I got down to 187, 188 for the Ronnie as well. Like I was fucking dying. I lost. I think I woke up the day before check-ins, or it was the day of check-ins at I want to say like one. I think I was 196, 195, like right above a pound above stage weight for classic, and then just went and sat in the sauna. Did like 30. I did like 30 minutes of cardio, and then went and sat in the sauna and got all the way down to like 188. And told Jay, he's like, "Yeah, get the fuck out of there."
Fuck.
And yeah, ended up doing that, and then obviously you guys know the rest at junior nats. But yeah, no, that was just like death. So,
Yeah,
and but that was my bad. This was like my honestly like I competed my first time in 2023. This was like my first actual prep. Um, I did men's physique and classic in 2023, class B in men's physique, and got second in my class, and then did wait, I said classic, yeah, classic, class B, and got second, and then men's physique, class C, and one of my class won the overall. But throughout my entire prep, I was cheating like no other. I'm talking. I was living with one of my friends at the time, and we had uh, our own apartment and whatnot. And I would go into the stairwell and eat fucking Stan's donuts and chocolate milk and whatever fucking else I'm like 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out. But I'm so stressed out with where I'm at in life, and I'm just gorging on sweets. It was so bad. So all the way up until like 2 weeks out, pretty much I'd like cheated on my diet, and so like this was like my first actual prep. But
what's it like to be good at bodybuilding? The fuck? Like, bro, I'm out here eating 60 grams of cream of rice for 2 weeks straight, drop 25 pounds for Universe for them to tell me, oh, you're too small. Well under the cap, too. Fucking, jeez Louise, you guys are blessed, man. Must be nice. Three pros and one average Josh, as it should be. Holy shit. Um, yeah, so on the rebound side, I think it's between me and Carlos, but I think I'm at 48 pounds up. Again, lost 25 pounds in between junior nats and universe, so that didn't really help. Kind of just set myself up for a crazy rebound. But now I want to get into the first question that we got because the first question I swear to God, if this applies to any of you, Colin, I know it doesn't apply to you. If it applies to either Trevor or Carlos, I'm coming wherever the fuck you guys are and fighting you. Um, the question is natural bodybuilding dying? Don't know, not natural. I could say it just like that. Um,
Um,
Who the
but
fuck asked
realistically,
that question?
we'll talk about that after. Um, I'm gonna say yes, natural bodybuilding is dying out in the IFBB and NPC because there's literally natural uh natural federations. And there's also now NPC naturals, which like let's be real, you win a pro card as a natural. Chris Aceto's son's a perfect example. Chris Aceto's son has great shape, great lines, great symmetry, great muscularity. I think he's 20 years old and he's natty. He steps on the IFBB pro stage and he's getting tied for 16th place. out of 13 competitors. And that's just simply because he's smaller than everyone else. To a certain degree, you can't get bigger than you can naturally get. And that's just how it is. So I think that's the first question. We can knock that one clean out. I think we're all
It's
kind of in agreement there. What'd you say?
like everyone. I was gonna say, I don't understand like the point of like or that whole like community because it's like I don't know. Like it's not like you're cheating. Everyone is doing it.
See, I
Just
can't,
like
I
I
can't
don't get
stand that shit. The fucking
I can't
people
comprehend
like
it.
eyes it and like try and make you feel like shit about taking gear, and it's like, dude, like I know what I'm getting myself into. Like, please take your natty ass and walk the fuck away.
And that's the thing. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, it's like there's a reason that there's two separate. There's a reason there's a natural federation. There's a reason there's the NPC. People want to see freaks.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
people, I don't know. It's just like I don't know.
Trevor
And it's
just
funny saying
oh
that.
yeah, I'm natural. I'll be like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna kill myself.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I was like, yo, if anybody in here says that they attribute to this, we're gonna get in a real altercation.
Mhm.
Um, I think at the end of the day, like first and foremost, no one, unless you're in a really shit situation, no one's putting a needle in you. If someone's putting a needle in you and it's with steroids, just be thankful it wasn't heroin. Like realistically, that's where we gotta go at that point. Um, but natural bodybuilding, like if you want to die on that hill, go ahead and die on that hill. That's up to you. I personally am not going to be dying on that hill. I'm going to be dying on the enhanced hill.
And my girlfriend, she talks about this a lot. And it's like just at the end of the day, bodybuilding naturally is not healthy for you. It's like you're gonna get more out of it being enhanced, especially once you get into the fucking trenches. So, but
Yeah.
Especially as like I mean it's both for male and female, like your testosterone, your estrogen, your
hmm
cycle, your thyroid hormones, everything. It's just as a natural, like for instance, I have a buddy who's like die hard natural. Now he's like talking about maybe going enhanced, but he got his natural pro card a couple months ago. And I'm not gonna lie, like for Natty, he got pretty damn peeled. I see a lot of guys who can't even come close to that conditioning enhanced. But like, dude, his testosterone, he's like 24 years old, testosterone's like 60. And he's like trying to get the military to get him on TRT and stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm like, get all your blood work done. I'm like, I wonder what else is fucked. But like his test came back at like 60. I was like, you're fucked.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's just to do a natural prep, it's going to be harder to stay healthy. It's going to be harder to bounce back from most of the time, unless, like, I guess we'll put the caveat. If you're under the age of 24, 25, you probably shouldn't even think about it. But, like, I started at 22. I was already clinically had low testosterone. I was also an alcoholic, so that didn't help. But, like, at the end of the day, just be smart. We're not advising anyone to take steroids here, but like if you are going to go down that route, get your blood work done, have a coach who knows what the hell they're doing, and we could put a bow on it there. Um, I got a funny question, Colin. You'll know exactly who this question's from. Who takes the most GH of the group? I'm going to say it's probably me. Um, 10 IU crew. How you doing? Uh, this is the most I've ever taken. It's aggressive, but like, hey, shit happens. Um, Yeah, I know what Colin takes. I know what Carlos takes. Trevor, you're the only one I don't know how much you take. So, Trevor, the question goes to you.
oh, that's so funny. Right now it's only three I use.
All right, so it's me by a mile. So we can
Yeah.
go into the next one.
No, I because like I've never tried growth, and that's like what we're looking to do for like this off season. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
you
I
definitely
feel like a
yeah.
baby. What the
Oh
hell?
my gosh, yeah.
See, this is
You
this is my first time using growth in an off-season setting, so yeah, this is all new to me at this point.
mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm like super excited. I'm like waiting to get bloods done in like a couple weeks here, and I'm like, dude, I'm ready for growth. I'm ready to get some good ass sleep and fucking blow up.
I was going to
Well,
say the
that's
thing that you get the most out of like the low dose growth is sleep. The thing you get the most out of high dose growth is carpal tunnel and water
Water
retention.
retention.
Like, yeah,
whenever I
it's
first started.
micro.
Whenever I first started, I'm pretty sure it was a six I use, and then we bumped it down because I was getting just awful like numbness, pretty much. One of the bad side effects is just in my arms. and hands whenever I would sleep. When I would wake up, and my arms just kind of be numb. But I changed my what was it? I switched it from taking it before bed to fasted, and I haven't had any of those symptoms personally since then. But yeah, no, sleep is like A1 though. Like I've been getting like, especially like the last like 3 weeks now, 2 weeks, like post show sleep was trash, and then like it finally started to get better. I'm getting up. I only get up like once in the middle of the night, and I'm sleeping like 10 hours. It's so fucking
Yeah.
nice. It's so nice.
Yeah. Carlos, when you start, you're gonna have to keep us updated on like how good your sleep is because it's a game changer for sleep more than anything.
You
Um,
know, I've always sucked at sleep. Like right now, I take like 10 milligrams of like, what's it called? A fucking sleep vitamin or whatever,
Melatonin.
melatonin, and then I'll do like 4 capsules, 4 servings of like ashwagandha, and then I'll take like a whole 2 scoops of like the Panda sleep aid, and I still get up like 3 times a night.
Oh fuck.
Always, and then like
you're
prep, taking like 100 milligrams of trazodone on top of that stuff.
oh,
Holy shit. Damn, I
but
It's
thought my
having
Carlos,
an over,
sleep was bad. Your sleep is terrible.
I have like an overactive brain.
There's there's these little sleeping tablets that my girls' coaches recommended for her. I also took them while I was in prep because my sleep was awful during prep. But it's called Unisum. I don't know
Mm.
if you've heard of them. They helped a
mhm.
lot, but they will make like depending on if you have like shit to do, obviously the next day you will like wake up feeling kind of groggy and tired still, but
Well, that's how I
you
felt
will
with the
get sleep.
trazodone. I like would get somewhat deep sleep ish, but not like I wouldn't stay asleep for the whole night. But I would wake up the next morning like fucking like I had a hangover or something. Because like trazodone, I think it's like it's used for like sleep, but it's also kind of like an antidepressant too.
Yeah, Trazodone will fucking. You'll wake up the next day in a fucking fog. It'll take you like an hour to get out of that.
They usually give you like post surgery.
Yeah, that shit's. I mean, it's brutal, especially 100 megs. Fuck me. I did like 25, and that shit put me out like a light.
My girlfriend takes 150 every night. That's what she's prescribed.
Oh God, what the fuck?
Yeah, have you ever tried DSIP? I know
I
that
was
you
just about,
got
I was just about to say it.
Oh, because I
or
swiped up on your story yesterday, and I was like, "Bro, does this actually work? 'Cause I'm about to buy some."
Yeah, you
for
say
some people it
first,
does, for some people it doesn't. For me, it works like a fucking dream.
dude. It's nuts. I highly recommend.
Uh,
And formerly Amino Asylum, now Somachems. They have like a nasal one. It's called Dreamcatcher. I don't know if it's still called that, but it had like GABA, it had DSIP, it had melatonin at like 5 milligrams, and it had one other thing in there. And like whenever I need to get sleep, I'm busting that thing through the nasal spray. It, like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like tonight, I gotta open the gym tomorrow. That's going to be I'm pounding that fucker. So, kind of leads into our next question. What was everyone's first dash dream sponsor? We'll start with the two guys who are actually sponsored on this podcast.
Who wants to go first?
Trev or Carlos, which one of you two wants to go first? Because neither me or Colin are sponsored. I guess technically I have one, but not really.
well, Trevor's the official one, so he can go.
Okay, I'll go whatever. Excuse me, smack the pen. Yeah, no, this was probably like one of the big ones, obviously. Um, whenever I got my first package and whenever Kev like reached out, it was excuse me. I don't know. I was like, oh fuck, this is like super fucking cool. Because I've been following Kev and controlled I've been following Kev since like 2020, 2021, whenever I like first started like doom scrolling on TikTok. It was because not too many people were like, I don't know, like on my timeline in like the fitness world yet in terms of TikTok. It was like the first people I saw were like literally Kev, Jay, Mitri, and like Christian Ricketts. Those were like some like the first people that I like popped up and um obviously, you know, watching Kev just fucking lift heavy and just know what he was about was super cool. And then I thought the brand was actually established already and didn't realize it like really came to life and like just recently, like 2023. And but yeah, no, whenever he reached out, I was just like, oh yeah, he definitely send me some clothes. I would love to wear them for sure. And then eventually, what was it? I ended up winning my pro card like 2.5 months after he had sent me some stuff and asked to get on a call if I wanted to be an athlete. And I was like, yes, dude. Like, of course. Like, I was, yeah, like, I don't know, obviously very excited. Um, but and then what was it? We just had this like photo shoot in LA, and that was, I don't know, that was just really cool. All those guys are like, it's quite literally whenever you imagine like a band of like brothers in iron, it's it's like picture perfect to what I would think it is, if that makes any sense. Um, I don't know, it's just a really cool thing to be a part of. And then the clothes are obviously great. The quality's great. I don't know. I just like the brand. It's like true bodybuilding as well, still too. Whereas like it's I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot of other brands that are reaching out to other sports and just like lifestyle too. Whereas I do like how controlled his staying strictly bodybuilding for the most part as of right now. So
Controlled has a very cool idea to it, or like it is very much so bodybuilding. It is very much so guys who have stories to tell. Um, and like I appreciate the hell out of that. Just like watching Kev's stuff. Um, I'll be honest, I thought Kev was an idiot at first with his like 7X t-shirt in the basement of a gym doing side lateral raises. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? But like he bought into it, he's full speed on it, and I love that. Before we get too far, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun shit. Thank you guys for both coming on. Carlos, now it's your turn because I know is Panda now sponsoring you?
Dude, that's a whole nother story. I'm like talking to like three, four different supplement companies right now. It's basically whoever like actually gives me the paperwork first. I was supposed to have like with Panda the last 2, 3 weeks a phone call with like the head guy, and then David actually, Dynamite D, whatever you hear him.
Hmm.
He like wants me to down. Yesterday he was like, email these two emails and like let's get the ball rolling. So I'm like, so it's like Panda, Morphogen, and then Infinus too. Like the owner of Infinus reached out to me like himself because I was like talking with him for a couple weeks, but he messaged me at the beginning of the week. So I'm just like, honestly, whoever has like the best offer, like honestly, I would like Infinite just because they have wellness. The same with like Morphogen. So like for me, if I could like pick one, it'd be between those two because they have like wellness supplements like kidney, heart, stuff for your actual health, and then they have like supplements on top of it. But honestly, anyone who I can like actually grow with and like be heard, and like for instance, my girlfriend's family owns a gym, so like I want to be able to like do samples, do booth, educate people, like stuff like I actually buy in and believe and like be able to like sample out and like do like little demos, you know.
100%.
So
I think good.
some of them that's where I'm at. But like with controlled, same with like travel. Like I didn't even know Kevin had an Instagram, but I remember like seeing him on TikTok all the time with like the massive tarp covers and then like him doing like the old school Ronnie Coleman lat spread, boom, boom, to
Yeah.
the left and
uh,
right. And I was like, oh shit. I didn't know how old he was at the time, but I was like, damn, this kid has like he has some grit. He's like hardcore bodybuilding. That's what I appreciated. And then him and I started following each other like when I first started my prep for my first show. And then at the Winter Classic, I actually met one of the athletes, Justice, and him and I became friends. And then that's kind of how I started talking to Kevin even more at the Arnold. Was like I actually got to meet him in person, talk to him, and talk to like everyone else there. And then like a week or two after, he's like, "Hey, you wanted to like be part of like basically like the program that leads you into an athlete, like what Trevor was before he was like full blown athlete." And then I think it was last week. Whenever it was like the day before you guys left for LA, he's like, "I'm gonna get you on board when we come back from LA."
Oh,
So I'm just
And really quick, we're gonna run out of time for this one, but post-show meal, what did everyone have? Colin had like a muffin with me. So, Trev, Carlos, really quick, what'd you have?
Right after I went to Chili's and got like
Fuck
a
yeah.
burger that was like similar. It had like a it was similar to like a Thousand Island Big Mac sauce called like the Smash or something from Chili's and fries. Pretty basic and some chips and guac.
Carlos.
Cheesecake Factory, but I like barely ate, which sucked.
He's like,
Damn.
he's like, I was so fucking full from the burgers.
Dude, no, I was like really full. I had like maybe half of my pasta and like three pot stickers. I didn't even get cheesecake.
Jesus.
No cheesecake?
Oh,
Oh
dude, I was so
no.
Same.
pissed. I was so
Damn.
pissed. The first like